Hello, my name is Josh Guthrie. I recently completed an internship at Southwest Airlines in financial planning and analysis. So why Southwest? Southwest is an excellent company with a bright future. They've had 44 straight years of profitability, and they've also done that without laying off employees or having furloughs or declaring bankruptcy of any kind. They have a well-known culture. They're the world's most loved airline, and they've come such a long way since they began with that simple concept of flying the Texas Triangle from Dallas to Houston to San Antonio. The hiring process at Southwest was very simple. I applied via LinkedIn for multiple positions, had a phone interview with a recruiter for an accounting position, where I expressed that I was really looking for more of a financial analyst type job, and then I was flown out to Dallas for an in-person interview with about 3 different senior managers there at Southwest. The interview was very comfortable. I was considered for both the accounting and the finance position and did receive the financial planning and analysis internship, which then started a couple months later. My duties and responsibilities as a financial planning and analysis intern included budgeting and forecasting, analyzing trends, patterns, and variances, communicating our findings and reporting those to senior leadership and centralized FP&A, and supporting our flight ops customers. So we were in charge of budgeting and forecasting anything that had to do with the drivers of the planes or the pilots. Any of those costs we had to communicate to the leadership and make sure that those who are incurring the costs had the added budgeting support that they needed. In my internship, I learned how to automate Excel reports using Visual Basic Code. I was able to create systems and processes to standardize the way we forecasted and analyzed variances. I was able to provide analysis on key metrics and deliver that information to my superiors as well as centralized financial planning and analysis. I learned how to work under pressure to meet deadlines, how to interact with coworkers not only in a workplace setting but also outside of the workplace in a more casual setting, which I found to be really useful because you really do spend a lot of time communicating outside of work. I also learned what I like, dislike about this particular position and also what strengths and weaknesses I have relative to this position. I plan to come back and work for Southwest, so my internship has helped prepare me by providing contacts, a foundational knowledge of the company, and practical experience. I know the databases and systems that we use, which is an invaluable asset in coming back and getting a job here. I was offered an extension on my internship until the fall of this year, and I hope to receive an offer pending graduation. Because I'll be staying on longer with the company, I'll have close to 8 months of experience by the time I leave to go back to Rexburg and finish up my last 2 semesters. I hope to be able to come back and start out as an analyst. Then from there I can laterally move within the company into different departments such as business development or the treasury, maybe even corporate strategy depending on what pops up. For finding internships, I feel it's best to network effectively through informational interviews. Build relationships with those you network with, and also make sure you establish and maintain that contact by sending them emails periodically with questions, asking for advice, or anything else you feel you might want to know. You've got to shoot a lot of baskets, or you got to apply for a lot of internships if you want to secure one, and even apply for those you might not feel qualified for. Most employers are looking for those with a lot of experience, but they recognize it's an internship and that you're not going to know everything. So don't be scared away by internships that seem a little bit over your head. So during the internship, I would recommend that you first ask a lot of questions. You have to be the squeaky wheel and ask for help because you're going to need it. Network and meet everyone whom you can. We did this by doing days in the field where we would spend an hour or 2 or half a day with various people throughout the company and learn about their positions. Take on as many responsibilities as you can. Be proactive in volunteering to help or to take a stab at it. Even if you don't know how to do it or you get stuck, do your best to figure it out and get help where you can. Next or last is to learn as much technology as you can. Learn systems, learn databases, learn programs. I'd recommend Excel as a starter, but then start looking into learning Tableau, look into learning SQL, and other databases that will help make you marketable as an intern. My last piece of advice is to enjoy your internship. I was able to go to Puerto Rico, Orlando, New York, Chicago, and Washington, D.C., to name a few. I enjoyed my internship. I made tons of friends and got to spend time with them, not only in Dallas, but across the country. And for those of you who want an internship, that's an excellent experience. I really recommend you apply for Southwest.